been a while since I had a video for you with all the new Golden Core releases, and yeah, even today I just thought about showing off the vinyls. Most of the time we have CD and vinyl anyway, so right now I think the last CD only release, which I haven't here now, was Manila Road's Spiral Castle remastered from the original master CD-ROM, not tape, CD-ROM in 2002, with some, unreleased but really raw sounding live recordings from the same year. All the rest I think was CD and vinyl, or even only vinyl. And usually you start with the oldest to the newest. I do it the reverse way. After opening a beer, it's a Hell Helles from Erdinger, which you all should know. Erdinger, even in foreign countries, you might have heard from the Bavarian beer Erdinger Weissbier, la la la, or something like that is the commercial, at least here in Germany. I'm not Bavaria is far away from here. Not too far away actually, but the Bavaria, you know, if you are from foreign countries, is far away. We are more in a wine area here. Wine vineyards, wine mountains and grapes. That's our area, when the weather is better outside. Not bad. Would be better in a bottle, of course. Okay, let's start with a band from India. Mustang, I don't know, Mustang? Maybe it's something like a Mustang, I don't know how we should pronounce. Mustang is a horse, of course, a wild horse. Here in German you would say Mustang, and I think the English word would be Mustang. We don't care. All we need to know is, there's a lot we need to know, but the most important thing is that this is a kind of new, really devoted heavy metal band. And they really enjoy offering the whole spectrum of heavy metal. Not the whole, of course, so they don't do hair metal and black metal, but maybe anything in between, starting from nearly speed metal stuff to the typical heavy metal pounder, if you like it that way. And they even have a cover version on it, Ram It Down. And the CD, I was a little late for Golden Core to get the full thing. So the CD is with a Spanish company called Fighter Records. And there was a tape release somewhere. And some weeks later we now have the vinyl. And it was a little too long for a vinyl, so we decided on, like we did with Hammer's Rule, the American band from the 80s, to have a 7-inch. And I really enjoyed, this was all by the band already, and so, the cover, the backside was, I think, I had to rearrange the CD layout a little. So, but I wanted to make this 7-inch look like an old new wave bridge heavy metal thing, and they had this great picture here, that was not really used yet, so it looks really cool. That's 2 songs from the album. It's Sapphire, which is a ballad, by the way. You see, they have the whole spectrum. And Ram It Down from Judas Priest, and it's also with a inner sleeve even. So it's a full worthy 7-inch, and the vinyl itself is colored, and here in Germany we call it marmoriert, marbled, I think is the word for that. And it's kind of dreamy blue. It fits pretty well to this planet here on the back side, so this makes a lot of sense. So I'll put it just back. I can't talk about every album so long, goddamn. And of course we have the inner sleeve. Here the band is talking about the band, and that about where they come from and how they recorded the album. And then we have the lyrics also. A great album, already got good reviews when the CD was released and was promoted. Now we have the album. This is the J Boss Band. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's even more easy to promote a band like Mustang, a new band. But yeah, a 1983 heavy rock album with some blues, with even some pop and some hard rock. One song is close to be even heavy metal. It's not easy to promote these days. It's a rarity, but not a very expensive rarity. You don't see this album when you go around in second-hand stores at all. This white thing is the original album cover, and what you see here a little bit and in the background is the album cover of the second album, because we have 2 bonus tracks from the second album on it, and the CD has the full second album on it, which contains the second album. I just said that, which was they had a singer from Damien, you remember this mini LP, and Maniac from Gamma Records. So there's some, and it was on the Hot Blood label from Gamma Records. So you should. Some heavy metal fans maybe know this one. The name is I Will Survive. This album, which it features here, I think it's the better one, is Tokyo Fever. With an inner sleeve. We couldn't find Jürgen Boss or J Boss at all. We tried. So in the end, we did it by ourselves and did some research. And there was some stuff we found that Michael from Broggenbrötchen was able to write about. His name is Michael. Michael from Broggenbrötchen. Yeah, more or less the same with Canon, but more easy to promote in various circles, not in the metal circles maybe, but in people who love krautrock and early German heavy rock, but also late 70s sounding stuff. This girl is singing. As far as we know, she was or is a politician, a local politician somewhere. I don't know. She's singing a little bit like, a mix of regular, typical singing of the late 70s with a little bit of Nina Hagen here and there. And the album, Waiting for the Night, of course, is in English. And it reminds still a little bit of the music of a heavy version of Spliff. There's a lot of heavy rock going on this album. And then we have 2 bonus tracks, which is Neue Deutsche Welle, the second album, Frohe Botschaft was Neue Deutsche Welle. And we have that again on the CD version in its entirety. So this is the album, and of course, same here, a nice little inlay with some really cool press stuff. Thanks to Oliver Butz again for finding stuff like that. And some local articles written by Matthias Lasch. And who is Matthias Lasch? Mad Sinner. Yeah, we always find some relationship to heavy metal when we do releases like that. Okay, last one in this direction, and I'm proud of that thing. It's again hard to establish that in heavy metal circles. Even there are bands like Firmament around and very popular within the metal circles. German rock, krautrock and beyond, and the subtitle is Rare Krautrock, Progressive Rock, Post-Kraut and Hard Rock, 1971-1983. Of course with Canuck and J Boss, but also with Flo de Cologne, with Requiem, with Iris, Floating Opera, a lot of cool stuff. I really love listening to this album, and even if I would not be such a fan of 70s stuff, which is by the way more here, I think I still would like it. So even if you're a heavy metal fan, but you're interested in the past of our music and the history of our music, I would say go and grab this album. It's not expensive. There's information about every album the songs came from, and we have some stuff to look at. Yeah, German rock, and I love the cover artwork. I mean, this was bought for this release. Same here. I did the rest. I like this typo that looks so, modern. It was modern in '81 or so. That's perfect. Yeah, this is interesting. Inferno. Progressive US metal, or US metal with a progressive edge. It's hard to say which is the perfect description of this masterpiece here. The funny thing is that this is one of the first Massacre Records releases. We all remember in the 90s when traditional metal more or less was down. Massacre Records from Germany, it was a new company. They were releasing Mystic from the USA, Forte, Ritual, Winter Spain, all that cool stuff, and that didn't fit at that time when there was Nirvana, Faith No More, Rage Against the Machine, all that stuff all around. And yeah, another album was Inferno. They didn't record it in Germany. It was already a cassette album in 1993. It became a Massacre Record CD and LP. No, not LP, only CD in 1994 or 5, I think, yeah. And this is really a masterpiece, and I could now tell you, oh, I love it since then. I remember that I really liked it, but I forgot about it. And when I rearranged some CDs upstairs, I thought this would be a kind of alternative rock band or something with that cover artwork. And somebody on Facebook, I think it was even Alex Pants, I'm not sure, said, oh, that's a great US metal album. Okay, and then I took it to my car, loved it, again, contacted the band. The band was all happy that Jay from the band was really happy that there will be a vinyl release. And here is the vinyl release, and he really loves it. He posted it on Facebook some days back. This is the album, and of course, yeah, we have intense liner notes, the whole story of the band. And yeah, the album fitted on vinyl with its, I think, 45 minutes or so. On the CD you have just the demo tape after this album, Psychic Distance, called Architect, for the first time released. Yeah, not released, it was released because it was a demo tape at then, but yeah, on CD. Then we have Power Castle. I could talk about this band all the 4 hours, and I can't because this video needs to be over in some minute. Yeah, I just can say that these are guys that appeared later in bands like Christian Mistress, or I don't know if I say that right, Quaid Lau, and I think even Wolves in the Throne Room, somebody was at one point in this band. These were teenagers back in 2000, 2001, and they wrote some great songs. They also were huge Iron Maiden fans, so they maybe didn't do that on purpose, but a mix of Iron Maiden and US metal, which I think is pretty unique sounding here and there. And yeah, and in 2017 they came back together just to record these songs finally properly, and this is what you hear now, because this was only released digital. Now we have the CD and the vinyl. Like usual, here's even more text. But you can read it well, not without reading glasses for me, but you can. And lyrics, and yeah, of course, it's all there. Reviews were kind of cool. Some understood that the history is something special, and that there's definitely people from the scene on this album that where people love the albums from, and that is something that this band is really something special. Yeah, some didn't understand why this is so cool, and maybe one day they will. Yeah, no, but all in all, it was a really positive feedback on Power Castle, the nameless album Power Castle. Death Warrant, yeah, of course, yeah, we got a great review in Rock Hard magazine for, hey, yeah, this is really something unknown from the German metal history. Yeah, it was the EP with the spider is originally. But if you go on Discogs and try to find the Death Warrant EP, good luck on, or yeah, and I feel bad for your wallet. Yeah, it's really expensive. It's 4 songs, but we decided on releasing it because the band found a demo tape, a studio demo tape, not some crunchy rehearsal room stuff. And yeah, we combined that to an album called Ecstasy. here is again some stuff and liner notes. The way you want our reissues built to be. Yeah, to be. Scroll Keeper, a recent band. Yeah, no reissue. A recent band from the USA. Wetiko is the name of the EP, but it was 3 songs. They didn't have a drummer at that point, so so I played drums on the A side, while I was already in the studio with Sentry. So we just took some days off, more or less, to I recorded these songs and 2 songs of Griffin, which will never be released. And yeah, and then they found a drummer. It's a girl, they recorded 3 additional tracks. So we have a full album-length EP here. So it's a hybrid or something. It's long enough. I think it's longer than Slayer's Rain in Blood. Yeah, it's really interesting, unique US metal with the really, I can't describe it too much to any other band. It's what we call in Germany Kauzig, which means people say it's for fans of Broker's Hell, Manila Road, Cirrus Ungol, stuff like that. It's not too wrong. I think it's just the same people who also might love Scroll Keeper. Iris, I love that album so much that I could speak for hours about that. It's another non-metal album, but these days a lot of metal fans who also like Firmament or even Vulkan should be open for that thing. It's a German band, 1981, Stuttgart area, and it's definitely 70s sounding. You wouldn't think it's already 80s here. It's in German language, it's krautrock, it's hard rock, and then there's some epic Liedermacher stuff on it, like a song called Die Weber is just incredible. And the lyrics are, of course, they are a little political and they fit to the time. Some stuff unfortunately fits again these days, and I really can tell you, if you have only a little interest in that typical krautig 70s style, check out Iris. The album has no name, it's just Iris. It's a damn good band musically. Every instrument is played so well. And the arrangements are great. It's just that last fun song, Farm Jazz, that for 2 minutes, that is, ridiculous. But yeah, it should have, it was funny back then, I guess. But the rest of the album is simply amazing. Iris, yeah. I think I was a little pain in the ass on Facebook with this. And I will be all the time, because I want you to check out this album. Yeah, okay, then I will rise up speed, because we are in the late summer already now. We have released the last 2 albums of 3 Inches of Blood. Yeah, already great reviews everywhere. It's both double LPs in gatefold. We have bonus tracks that were spread on several CDs back in different countries back then. The band even is happy. They found out about these releases that we have licensed. And Here Waits Thy Doom even has an additional inlay. So I remastered both albums, and then my remaster was fitted to vinyl by the Vadim from the Six Music Studio, because this is much needed. So it's the last 2 I will just show off, because Radux from Finland. All I say is, if you love the first album from Nuclear Assault, Game Over, then there is no doubt that you need this album. But these guys have their own notes, their own identity, but still, it fits most. If you say, reminds me of old Nuclear Assault. That's the full album. We already had an EP on CD from these guys. The vinyl of that was on Sword Records back then. Now we have the album and the CD, and it already got great reviews. A few people had problems with the vocals, but we remember that from Nuclear Assault back in the days. Last one is the most beautiful album cover of the German heavy metal scene ever. Overdose, yeah, this is a rarity in its original form. It's up there somewhere 2 times, unplayed. Now one is played by Patrick Engel, who did the vinyl transfer. So we have a really good sounding source to remaster this album. Yeah, it's on here, and we found one member, Coco is his name. Yeah, there was a camera. It was too long already again. Camera went off. Okay, here's Overdose, and yeah, that's it. There was a lot of stuff like Sieges even in summer, Paramount, and The Art of Navigating by the Stars, but I think the last one is already sold out, and in the pressing plant right now. I think Paramount is very close to. There was a lot of good stuff where I'm really proud of. I'm proud of any release on Golden Core, and thinking back, I would do, even those that didn't sell so well, I would do them again. Because it's all music that I personally enjoy. And yeah, maybe you appreciate that yeah, somebody is releasing music not just to make as much cash in as possible, but yeah, to offer interesting music. I call it interesting music because people are in discussions. They don't like when you talk about your own stuff and hey, it's so great. It's weird times. Discussions are getting harder each week. I thought that would become better a little after these weird Corona times, but yeah, unfortunately it is not. And so yeah, I call all that interesting music, but in here I would say it's all must-haves. And the good thing is when yeah, they are cheaper than the stuff from other companies. Because, not because it is like that, we want to make music available, affordable for everyone. And yeah, sometimes an LP, a vinyl is so expensive that especially young metalheads are only able to buy 1 or 2 a month. Yeah, you can get 5 quality releases of Golden Core for the same money. Yeah, that's it, thanks. Let's have a last sip of beer before I have to do another video that I was asked for. Yeah, this was the fun video, and the other one is the one that is fun too, but for someone else. So, yeah. Bye.